The Sixers just played and beat the New York Knicks, and Harden's first game as a 76er, bro. And they just keep on moving, keep on rolling. They were down 16 at one point versus the Knicks, and they ended up beating them by 15, I think. That's a 31-point swing, bro, if my math's correct off the top of my head. And, hey, no matter how trash the Knicks are, though, bro, not every good team is doing something like that, for real. In the first half, bro, the Knicks were doing a real good job of defending the 76ers. Mitchell Robinson, he was kind of doing a good job on Joel Embiid, too. He had, like, 3 shots attempted. I mean, Joel Embiid, he's always going to shoot his free throws. But he had, like, 3 shots attempted at some point in the second quarter, like, halfway through. And he had 3 turnovers by the end of the first half, too. So they were really doing a good job on making that a focus. And offensively, Julius Randle was eating. He was getting to his spots, getting his shots. You know, he's been wish-washy this season for them. I ain't gonna lie. It's been some mixed feelings. You know how it goes. But he was doing good for them in the first half, at least. RJ Barrett, though. RJ Barrett, he's been playing some of the best basketball he's been playing in his short NBA career. That man, he will be a star for that club. And he was getting off, too. He was looking just like a mini James Harden out there, creating off the dribble, stuff like that. And he was getting to his spots, and he was part of the reason why the Knicks were leading, why the Knicks were up so big. They showed up a stat. It's right here. I can pull it up, I think. Or if I can't pull it up. Anyways, he's averaging 28.3 points per game in his last 6 games. That's tough. But anyways, in the first half, I'm not going to lie, because they were kind of clamping up Embiid. Not really clamp, but they were doing a real good job of Embiid. And no one else on the Sixers side was really doing much. James Harden was pretty much the whole reason why they were still in that game, man. That man was orchestrating the entire offense single-handedly. I think Harden had like 17 and like 4 and 4 at the half. Something crazy, I don't know. But he almost had a triple-double at the end of the game. That man is damn near unguardable, bruh. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Off the dribble, he'll just take you to the hole. He'll throw across the court in the corner, hits you for a jumper, and you know for damn sure he's gonna step back on you too. Gonna burn you from 3. I don't know how you stop a guy like that, bro. He literally he's so good, so good. He's been doing some catch and shoot stuff for the 76ers too. I saw a few looks in that in the game, and that offense is lethal, bro. That offense is lethal. Like I talked about that in the James Harden trade video I just made, but seeing it in effect and talking about it is completely different, bro. It's wow. In the second half, though, it was a tale of Joel Embiid. You can only hold a guy like Joel for so long, and Mitchell Robinson, to his credit, you did your best, bro, but it's Joel Embiid, bro. He's going to get his for sure. When Embiid finds his footing, bro, and when he really gets in his bag and they run the offense through him, with the addition of James Harden, I didn't realize this, bro, but with Ben Simmons, you weren't able to spread the floor that much, man. The Sixers, they were working him from one side of the court, and they'd stick James Harden on the whole completely other side. So as a defense, bro, that is way too much coverage, way too much attention you have to pay to both sides of the court. So Embiid, man, he was getting in his bag. He was able to ISO, do whatever he wanted on offense, and James Harden was not getting in the way at all. In fact, Embiid was making that right passes, the extra passes when they were showing double teams, and the offense, it was off the JoJo ISO, the game, it just slowed down perfectly for the 76ers, so they were still able to get their buckets, and they weren't turning the ball over nearly as much because the ball was in Joel's hands, and he was just continuously making the right play. He won them that game in the second half. The New York Knicks, they weren't getting as many turnovers because, you know, Joel Embiid, he was just making the right play at all times. So they weren't getting nearly as much turnovers, no more fast break points, and it just completely killed their offense, it seemed like. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, they tried resuscitating the offense, but at that point, it kind of looked like they were just chucking. They got outscored 38-19 in the third quarter, bro. And after that point, man, it was pretty much just game over. The momentum was completely on the 76ers side. I was just talking about how good this Harden and Embiid duo could really be, but like I just said, seeing it is a completely different thing, man. In 3 games as a Sixer, Harden's averaging 27.3 points per game, 12.3 assists, and 9 boards. Bruh's averaging damn near a triple-double. And at the same time, he seems like he's elevating Joel Embiid's play too. And Joel Embiid's the MVP frontrunner. Alongside James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, he's averaging 25 a game. That came out of nowhere. No one expected that. And I just looked, since trading for Harden, the Sixers have the second highest scoring offense in the league, bro. These guys are for real. At the same time of having the second highest offense in the league, Tobias Harris, another focal point of their offense, he's still struggling too. And at the same time, man, you can look at it statistically and say because the arrival of James Harden, he's got to adjust. But no, really, actually, he's just going through a shooting slump, He's still getting his shots within the offense. I was just seeing it looked perfectly fine. He's starting to heat up a little bit, actually, at the end of the game. So at one point, he had 7 points in the entire game. And I think in the fourth, he had like seven straight. So he's getting buckets. He's still Tobias Harris. You know him. Bottom line, it seems like the Sixers are such a good basketball team because it among solid role players, bro. They got unselfish stars like James Harden and Joel Embiid. Don't get me wrong, James Harden's a great guy. I can go on all day about James Harden, but Joel Embiid is just a great guy, bro. He's a great character, a great teammate. He's somebody you want to play basketball with, And it just so happens to be that he's one of the most skilled basketball players, not even of the last 5 years, but ever. He's committed 100% all the time. Skilled. What can he do on the basketball court? He's always improving his game. Got a basketball mind, bro. A high basketball IQ, man. I put him in the same tier as KD, Luka, Jokic, Giannis, those the unicorns of the league, bro. He's different for real, bro. He's gonna be one of the faces of basketball moving forward. The way the game's transitioning, his game fits right into it. To me, fam, it's a no-brainer. JoJo Embiid, he is the MVP, and sadly, it's looking like the Sixers are championship frontrunners. Psych! I lied! Bulls in 4, nigga!